For over 45 years, legends were born. Titans reigned. Legacies forged in battle. All leading to this very moment.
Don't be afraid to dream. Don't be afraid to reach for the stars.
The future starts now.
New Japan Pro Wrestling embarks on a very special journey. The G1 Specials in the USA.
Nobody can reach our level. Our strength, our speed, our intelligence.
It's a war! And there's no rules in war!
The Young Bucks versus Roppongi Vice.
This cements ourselves as the best junior tag team in Japan history.
You want to single one man out the whole match? It's fine. We'll see you guys again.
Along with G.O.D. versus War Machine.
What's ours will be ours. Los Angeles, Long Beach!
Let me tell you something about War Machine.
We are hard to kill!
Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Billy Gunn.
Tanahashi, bring your A game. No excuses, no turnarounds, no walking out. You get it all. We're leaving it all there. And if you're not down with that, I got 2 words for you.
The Rainmaker, Okada versus the American Nightmare, Cody.
Congratulations! The IWGP champion once again. There's your challenge.
We're coming to deliver in the United States. The winner of that tournament will become the very first IWGP United States champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Lethal!
I'm going to Long Beach July 1st and 2nd to become the first ever IWGP US champion.
What the hell is Hangman Page?
You get a shot! You gonna put me in? You gonna put me in that tournament?
Hangman Page versus Jay Lethal. Juice Robinson versus Zack Sabre Jr. Tomohiro Ishii versus Tetsuya Naito. Michael Elgin versus the Cleaner Kenny Omega. A new era has begun. Strong Style evolved.
And again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome and thanks for being with us. We're here in Long Beach. It's been a great experience, without a doubt. And kicking it off here tonight, Josh, with a star-studded tag team matchup.
Yes, indeed, as we see the man, the myth, the legend, Jushin Thunder Liger, as he's bringing out Kushida and David Finlay for this 6-man tag tonight. They're going to be taking on the Tempura Boys, Sho Tanaka, Yohei Komatsu, and Yoshitatsu, the Bullet Club Hunter.
Exciting way to kick off tonight's action. Again, thanks for inviting us into your home here on Access TV. We appreciate it. Arguably the greatest junior heavyweight of all time, Jushin Thunder Liger will lead his trio. That includes the current IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, Kushida, and the son of the tough Irishman, Fit Finlay, 4th generation star.
There's no lack of talent in these three. And it's sort of it's like a generational deal here. You got Liger at the top, going down to Kushida, and then going down one step again to Dave Finlay. So there's going to be a little difference, a little nuance between the three of them. But each one has something that they can draw from for each other.
It's certainly a great learning experience for a 24-year-old like Finlay to be affiliated in this match specifically with Liger and Kushida.
I've had the pleasure of being in the ring with Liger myself as an opponent, and I learned from every single encounter.
in the ring, Tonite, USA Tonite, and USA Tonite.
Well, Josh, what do you make of these three?
Well, you know, I got to see them a little bit last night alongside you. I do know a bit about Sho Tanaka being a amateur wrestling champion and having an MMA fight actually coming up here. He's a shooter. Been paired up with Yohei Komatsu, very talented young man. But Yoshitatsu and I go way back, from back when he was a young lion, having a bit of a martial arts and shoot fighting background, and making a great name for himself here abroad in America and back here in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
On our second night here in Long Beach. Certainly appreciate all the fans joining us this past weekend on live on Access TV. The response was heartwarming and extensive, so we thank you.
Yoshitatsu getting booed. Probably simply just for being on the opposite side of Liger and Kushida. Hard to argue with that. No love for Sho Tanaka. Getting a little rough tonight.
Referee got a bigger hand than Komatsu, Yoshitatsu, and Tanaka. I was always impressed, Josh, back when I first saw Yoshitatsu with his kicks.
Yes.
It's a really strong kicking game.
Yeah, he, at a young age, had done some shoot boxing, which is a striking league and style in Japan. That helped create some of that backbone for, as you see, his wrestling style here tonight.
So here we go. Finlay, Kushida, and Liger. Interesting team, a generational team, as my partner Josh Barnett pointed out. Finlay's a fourth-generation wrestler of distinct Irish heritage. His dad, one of the toughest guys I've ever been around.
He's also not really a big fan of the tanning booth, as we see.
We talked about that on our last broadcast. He's been spending more time in the gym and less time at the beach.
Well, I just hope he's not vitamin D deficient. Trust me, I know what it's like to get burnt. Liger tags in. So does Yohei Komatsu. Single leg takedown by Liger.
Liger can make you feel like a human pretzel. A pretzel with a heartbeat.
Keeping that wrist control. Now to the side headlock is Liger.
Of the thousands and thousands of matches I've called, certainly the match that he fought Brian Pillman in '92 in WCW at the Clash of Champions, I think it was certainly memorable for me. He was just so innovative. Speaking of Liger.
Up and over.
Oh, elevation to the outside.
Boy, Komatsu really went for a ride. Here goes Liger.
Liger with a baseball slide. And Komatsu was not safe at third.
But who's on first?
What's on second is the question.
I don't know who's on third.
I think that Komatsu would probably agree with you about that at this point in time.
Uh-oh. This says there's nothing good for Komatsu.
And I think Komatsu's teammates had the same mindset, Josh. Nothing good's going to come of this.
Well, you know, when you're in the corner as a tag partner, even though technically it's not legal for you to be jumping in the ring, you got to look after your buddy. There's no two ways about it. Komatsu and Tanaka doing a little buddy work, and Yoshitatsu jumping in.
The triple team on the 33-year veteran, Jushin Thunder Liger. And flapjack, little Midnight Express action, hook with a leg.
Tanaka smartly blocking off Liger's teammates there, but Liger's still able to kick out, keep this match alive.
Komatsu, Liger, the two legal men in this one fall, 20-minute time limit matchup on a night where the first ever United States champion will be crowned. It'll be tonight, the semifinals and finals here tonight.
Komatsu handing it off to Tanaka. Each of them getting in a couple kicks into the rib cage of Jushin Thunder Liger. Now they're going to whip him off the ropes.
Liger escaped one, avoided another. And now the temporary backbreaker.
Misses with the shote, but not the second one.
Pretty good lariat there from the veteran. Who's getting the tag?
In comes Kushida.
And boy, does the pace quicken with the junior heavyweight champion in the ring.
Whoa!
Great athleticism.
Boy, the Tempura boy sure got battered and fried for a minute.
Cheap shot by Yoshitatsu. Did Tatsu get tagged? Am I missing something here?
No, he just jumped in. He got tagged with that elbow.
Got knocked down for his jumping in. Take a look. Kushida up and over, taking down the duo Tanaka and Komatsu. Are they really called the Teriyaki Boys?
Tempura Boys.
Oh, Tempura Boys. Okay. Well.
But maybe they might graduate the Teriyaki Boys. I don't know.
I apologize for all you tempura lovers out there. I just got my T's confused.
I'm just getting hungry. We're talking about teriyaki and tempura.
I'm with you on that.
Tonkatsu. Oh.
Right in the arm.
Tanaka getting that arm out of the way, but still getting hit with that boot to the bicep. Oh, hoverboard lock attempt.
The double wrist lock that the champ Kushida loves, and everybody knows it.
We got two high-level grapplers in here going at it between Tanaka and Kushida. Kushida with that amateur MMA career, undefeated.
Tanaka took third in the Japanese Nationals in the amateurs. Good strength there. Little overhead backbreaker. Oh my God, double team.
What a devastating maneuver.
The cover. Oh, Kushida barely able to kick out, but he did.
What a nasty driver combination from the Tempura Boys. Tanaka, package pile driver. Nope. Kushida able to squirm out of it.
Quite the predicament that Kushida avoided. Let's note that. Oh, right in the arms. Not up the tricep, bicep. Heel strike.
Bicycle kick lands hard into the forehead of Tanaka. Tanaka off the ropes with a reversal. Oh boy.
Suplex. Catching the champion in this six-man tag.
It seemed that Tanaka's left arm being injured and unable to hold a bridge on that German suplex, but is at least able to tag in Yoshitatsu.
Oh my God, what a way to come in the ring. Yoshitatsu greeted Finley with a missile drop kick.
Palm strikes, kicks.
Hey, sometimes there's two Yoshitatsus. There's an aggressive side that can be damn impressive. He's a young man that almost had his career ended with a broken neck, resulting in a match he had with AJ Styles. We're glad to see Yoshi back in action.
Top there. Finley catches it with that drop kick straight to the chest.
He'll get scolded about that when he gets home. Drop kicking. Who told you can drop kick? Look at the speed here. Great quickness and velocity by young Finley.
Coming back out of that corner again.
Finally sticking the arm right in the chest of Yoshi. Cover! And Tatsu kicks out. Nice sequence of offense by Finley. Showed real good quickness. He's not afraid.
I mean, with that heritage being from Fit, how could you be?
Oh, what a knee shot by Tatsu. That could do it, though. No, won't do it, thanks to Liger and Kushida.
Yeah, great maneuver by Yoshitatsu, transitioning out of that arm drag into the knee lift.
We talked about before the match, Yoshitatsu's striking abilities. He needs to get some new material. Looked like he was going for a pedigree. Backbreaker caught Yoshitatsu.
He's got that roll up on the far leg. Hot stretch muffler by Finley here.
Finley looking with a submission.
Drop toe hold from Liger. As he's putting Komatsu in the surfboard.
A lot of action. Here comes Kushida. Well, Yoshitatsu's legal. Finley dragging him back to the center of the ring.
Double wrist lock on Tanaka.
Tap. Finley wins it for his team with a tap-out victory.
Stretch muffler tap out from David Finley on Yoshitatsu. Takes his team home. A little more money in the bank and a nice steak dinner.
Nice job by the young Irishman. Fourth-generation star stepping up here in big-time company with his teammates Kushida and Liger. In a very fast-paced way to kick off our broadcast here tonight on Access TV. Man, you hate to think this might be the last time in the States that we see Jushin Thunder Liger.
I believe in terms of in-ring action, yeah. If you weren't here to see him live tonight or the night before, that was it.
He's slowing down. He's publicly said he's slowing down some, and hopefully that slowdown will include another trip to North America.
Yeah, that would be fantastic for other people to finally get to see Liger, that chance to see such a living legend live and in person. But hey, man, you can only do this for so long.
Man, it's such a significant night here. We have the continuation of the IWGP United States Championship Tournament that we are so excited about. As one more salute to this capacity crowd from the winning trio, led by the great one, Jushin Thunder Liger. Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming up, the first semifinal of the IWGP United States Championship Tournament between Kenny Omega and Jay Lethal. What a match. It's next. Here on Access TV, Long Beach, California, packed, sold out in a matter of minutes.
Hopefully an omen for things to come, JR.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, this is our first match of the IWGP United States Tournament semifinals. Kenny Omega, the alleged and somewhat disputed leader of the Bullet Club, alongside Cody, defeated Michael Elgin in one hell of a match on Saturday night here in Long Beach with the one-winged angel. I thought it was as good a match as we saw all night.
It was an incredible performance from both wrestlers and really showed the guts and toughness of Kenny Omega. Not something that was really in doubt, but something that I don't know if it had ever been tested as hard as it had been against Elgin last night. But here he is in that semifinal round, here to take on Jay Lethal.
I also found it kind of ironic that on Saturday night that Omega came out to try to get a towel thrown in the match to stop the match, which would have cost Cody the match at that point because Cody's wife was at ringside.
Yes, and you know, Omega's line of action there was he can't defend himself anymore. He's just going to get killed. Throw this towel in and protect him. However, he did say, I can't be the one to do it, and tried to convince Cody's wife to be the one to do it. A lot of politics potentially going on there. Some mind games.
Politics in a lot of houses. White houses, Japanese houses, and Long Beach houses. Jay Lethal defeated Hangman Page with the lethal injection on night one.
Representing Ring of Honor Wrestling, making his way to the ring, this is Jay Lethal.
The question here, Josh, I have for you is, what do you make of these injured ribs that Lethal injured at the last Ring of Honor television event?
I'll be honest, I was surprised that he was able to take out Hangman Page the other night. And the lethal injection, while a winning maneuver for him, involves a lot of movement and involves him landing flat on his back to finish that handspring cutter. That's just a potential wreck for someone with such banged up ribs as Jay Lethal, let alone the fact that they're a bright red target for someone as skillful and as dangerous as Kenny Omega.
Lethal, a former two-time Ring of Honor World Champion, certainly has great qualifications, amazing skill set, but nobody probably in the genre of pro wrestling has been hotter or more talked about than Kenny Omega here in 2017.
With absolute reason for it, with those matches against Okada and what he's done since coming to New Japan and arguably leading the Bullet Club after the disappearance of AJ Styles.
All started with Kenny winning the G1. That was huge, first Canadian to ever do so. Collar elbow tie up, Lethal and Omega. As you see the heavy taped ribs of Jay Lethal. Hopefully it won't be an issue, but how can it really not be? Oh, what a shot! Right in the ribs, good God almighty. What a shot by Omega. He lured Lethal into a little bit of a false sense of security and then lowered the damn boom.
I have no idea why anybody would ever have any sort of trust for Kenny Omega, but he hit him with a hard round kick to the ribs, and then that straight kick to the chest sends him outside here.
Oh! And then driving Lethal into the apron of the ring. And now our security rating right in front of us. Man, I don't know how Lethal's going to get back in the ring. This could be a count-out victory for Omega as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I'm not surprised in the least that Omega is being just as absolutely vicious as possible for those ribs of Jay Lethal. And I can't hold it against him either because, hey, if I was in the ring with Jay Lethal, I'd do the same.
Well, you got to shut him down. You got to focus on the ribs. We're seeing a very aggressive side of Kenny Omega, who knows that the last match of this television broadcast, the last match of the night here in Long Beach, is going to be the finals of the U.S. tournament.
Exactly. An opportunity to be the first ever IWGP U.S. Heavyweight Champion. But also, the quicker he can get through this match, the less he's going to have to expend in terms of energy, the less damage he takes, the better off he's going to be. As he misses with that big swan dive.
Omega avoids the contact there.
Again. Oh, he's already got him up the electric chair. Looking for that one-winged angel. Wow, roll through by Lethal.
Lethal, a straight kick. What a super kick by Jay Lethal.
Jay Lethal going to the well already. Looking for lethal injection. In the chest.
Another shot. That's 3 of them on Omega, who's rattled here.
He hits it.
There's a lethal injection on Kenny Omega. Omega running like a scalded dog to get outside the ring, and who can blame him?
Well, Jay Lethal's looking to follow him out there. Suicide dive lands. Will it be 2? And it is. It breaks the railing down. He hits him so hard.
Lethal back in the ring with a decided advantage. Gonna go to the well again. Omega's like a sitting duck out there. Now, Omega thrown back in the ring. Kenny Omega, the pre-tournament favorite in the eyes of many.
Jay Lethal going up top. I would not suggest this. But he hits that elbow. Rolls up that near leg.
Near leg hooked here, and the elbow results in a near fall. Now Lethal thinking figure 4 as the woos permeate throughout the arena.
Great transition work from Jay Lethal out of that kick out from Kenny Omega.
Lethal is moving much better tonight than I thought he did on night 1. And I'm a little bit shocked at his resilience based on the attack that started this match tonight.
Well, I kind of think that Jay Lethal's running on adrenaline right now after that getting hammered in the ribs early on by Kenny Omega. He knows he's got to get this match done quickly and efficiently because he doesn't have time to be out here for long with those busted up ribs. I don't know. I just don't think Lethal's going to be able to keep this pace up. This is a desperation move. He is injured. He is hurt. He knows it. We know it. Damn sure Kenny Omega knows it.
Absolutely. And the sand is roaring through the hourglass as it relates to how much time that the injured ribs are going to hold up, and Jay Lethal can hold on here and win this match.
Right now, Jay Lethal looking strong. Knee breaker.
Well, the pace has got to suit Lethal, who's going for another cover. He's hooked the far leg and got a near fall out of it. And now
those ribs aren't helping with him being able to apply pressure on top for that pin.
And the left leg now has become the object of deflection for Jay Lethal as it relates to Kenny Omega's anatomy.
Looking to hit another one of those knee breakers, and Jay Lethal up and over. Kenny Omega with the roll up.
Omega said not this time. Figure 4 attempt.
Dragon leg screw.
He's a dead bear.
Dragon screw, leg whip, and backstabber by Omega. Had that one well scouted. Could Jay's offense be a little predictable in that occasion, John?
I think so, but I think Jay's just thinking speed, get it done, hit my best stuff on him as quickly as possible, try to get out of here. Now, Kenny was able to turn that backstabber, really hit him with those knees in the back of the head. But it seems like the damage that's been done to his legs, well, you know, he added to it with that maneuver there. And hey, body parts running into each other, you never know what's going to happen.
Omega limping, but not terrible. As right to the ribs, that's where you got to go. It may be uncomfortable for some to watch, but that's the nature of the beast here.
Forearm shot to the back.
Very enthusiastic and passionate crowd here tonight. We're told from 38 states bought tickets for the doubleheader in Long Beach.
Another hard forearm shot to the back. I can promise you that as these guys are sitting here trying to draw breath, Omega's having a much easier time of it.
Oxygen is the fuel that runs the motor of these athletes. It's that simple. And certainly Lethal's ability to take deep breaths to function somewhat normally ain't going to happen.
Oh.
Look at this shots.
Just getting vicious here.
Strikes. Yeah, boy, that right there, you're kind of waiting on this. Lethal trying to push Omega away, but to no avail. And now the cover. Boy, Lethal, Josh, barely able to get his shoulders up. Referee is checking on him right now.
Those ribs have to be on fire as we take a look at Kenny Omega here. Shades of Pride Fighting Championships with those knees, and then going into that roll-up.
Omega doing exactly what he needs to do. Oh! But he got beat to the punch there by Lethal, who scores again with a right hand after the elbow.
And a chop, but not a whole lot on it. Second one a little better, but you can just see the pain and the grimace of Jay Lethal as he's trying to fire up, find some offense against Kenny Omega. High knee lift takes Jay Lethal off the ropes.
Perfectly positioned by Omega right in the ribs of Jay Lethal. And I'd be very surprised if we see much else but rib work, torso work, body work.
Oof. That is not good for Jay Lethal right there.
Omega's got to be careful as well. His shoulders are down.
This is true. The angle isn't quite perfect for best execution of this hold, but I can promise you that it is really excruciating to a man who's got near busted ribs. Oh, beautiful,
nice
beautiful escape.
Yeah, nice escape and counter by Lethal, who got a little pinning predicament there momentarily on Jay Lethal, who is just got to be in misery right now. Just cannot stay away from those shots to the ribs. Omega is relentless.
Another hard reverse knife edge chop from Omega. Look at the devious look in Omega's face.
Omega is a different breed of cat, let me tell you. Very cerebral, very complex.
He's missing a few whiskers, though.
Went downstairs. Omega changed levels so effectively there.
Oh!
And that was just
lifted him right to his feet.
It was right there.
Oh! Blue Thunder bomb.
That at least will buy Lethal a little bit of time. He may be able to come out over the other side better than he was before the Blue Thunder bomb.
Well, at any rate, Lethal needs to find any way to slow down Omega at this point, because all he's going to do is find another way to put some damage on those ribs of Jay Lethal. High enziguri lands the back of the neck. Kenny Omega. Lethal wants that lethal ejection. And nothing doing. And Snapdragon suplex.
Snapdragon suplex from a wild-eyed Kenny Omega. Lethal almost advertised his hand there. And now Omega.
Oh, what a devastating cross-legged neck breaker. This is not looking good for Lethal.
You're right. It's one of the signature maneuvers of Kenny Omega in the many matches that we have seen him compete. He's got one thing in his mind after this. If you take another look at that neck breaker, that's the one-winged angel.
Well, here goes Kenny Omega off the ropes, looking to land a V-trigger knee, catching a foot to the face. Oh, there it lands.
Powerful knee strike by Kenny Omega.
He's gonna come out with another. Ooh. Forearm shots. Knee shot to the jaw.
Right downtown came that knee shot.
Here it is again. Practically decapitating him.
Oh, near fall. Hey, Jay Lethal is a tough guy, no doubt about that. He wants to win this tournament as badly as anybody else.
Yeah, there is no way to doubt Jay Lethal's toughness tonight. Even coming down the ramp with the ribs the way they are takes a certain amount of testicular fortitude, as I've heard a man once say.
Exactly. And, inside cradle here. There's an inside cradle by Omega that got him a near fall on Lethal, who was looking for a figure four. Gut wrench.
Oh, it's
bad
like
ribs.
Dr. Bomb time. He's just hanging on those ribs. Scoop up. Dr. Bomb.
still barely able to roll out of the predicament following the doctor bomb of Kenny Omega.
Lethal really on the worst end of it here with Kenny Omega starting to ramp up. Here comes another V trigger. That knee is lethal, JR.
No pun intended, right? It's lethal intended for Jay.
Electric chair position. Oh. Attempted counter from Jay Lethal.
Oh, back. A lot of strength here by Kenny. One winged angel by Omega. And Kenny Omega has wrestled his way to the finals of the first ever IWGP United States Heavyweight Tournament.
It wasn't a complete walkover, not by any stretch, but Kenny pretty much, once he got his momentum rolling, never really had to look back much. He's moving into the finals. Very, very strong victory over a very tough game, but far too injured to be competitive, Jay Lethal.
Yes, Jay Lethal on a healthy night. Oh, might have been a different story, but nonetheless, the bad ribs are certainly to Jay's detriment, but our hat goes off to Kenny Omega, who I can promise you would probably tell you this match went a hell of a lot longer than I wish it had.
I'm sure that just goes to the tenacity of Jay Lethal, the experience of him as a professional wrestler as well.
Kenny Omega is in the finals. And still to come, ladies and gentlemen, later tonight, we have Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Billy Gunn for the Intercontinental title right here tonight on Access TV. But up next, ladies and gentlemen, the second semifinal of the IWGP United States Tournament. Ishii, Zack Sabre Jr. are next. And we're back, folks, on Access TV. Thanks for being with us. I'm Jim Ross alongside Josh Barnett. We're at ringside tonight. Glad you're with us here for the second night of the G1 special in USA. And Josh, we got Ishii, Zack Sabre Jr. The Seagulls to face Kenny Omega later tonight. What do you think?
Well, I think that Zack Sabre Jr. really wants to keep this match grounded as much as possible. And of course, we know what he wants to do. He wants to stretch the ever-living crap out of Ishii until he gets him to say, I give. But man, getting Ishii, hell, getting that guy to give up on a biscuit, give up on a piece of bacon, let alone give up from a submission hold.
Well, we've seen Ishii in submission positions actually lose consciousness.
Yes.
Before saying I quit.
Exactly.
Or tapping out. So it's a tall order for Zack Sabre Jr., a member of Suzuki-gun. He defeated Juice Robinson in round one of the tournament. Made his New Japan debut at the 45th anniversary event in February of 2017. And I think what's on his resume that impresses me the most, he defeated Katsuyori Shibata for the British heavyweight title in February 2017.
That's a hell of an accomplishment to be able to go in there and defeat someone as tough and as skilled as Katsuyori Shibata. It shows that Zack Sabre Jr. has what it takes to be in here with these guys, to be a potential IWGP US Heavyweight Champion. But he's got a tall order in Tomohiro Ishii to make that happen tonight. You don't find anybody tougher.
The Stone Pitbull. You know, I first heard that, I thought he was a fan of Grateful Dead. I thought he was a stoned Pitbull. Found out that wasn't the case. He's a stone like a rock. Pitbull. And nothing but respect for Ishii.
Well, and as many years as he's been in professional wrestling, not even the shores, the waves of offense from his opponents over the years have been able to wear him down as a Stone Pitbull walks to the ring, supremely confident. You know, this guy lives for a fight.
Ishii defeated the great Tetsuya Naito with a brain buster that I mentioned at the time would have made the late Dick Murdoch and Killer Carl Cox proud, because they were brain buster aficionados before it was cool. Anybody that can beat Naito in this environment is a pretty badass.
Agreed.
So here we go. This is a no time limit event. All these tournament matches are no time limit. And one of these two men will meet Kenny Omega later tonight. Late that night in the Gangland hideout of Elliott Ness.
Look at Ishii try to turn this into a slobber knocker. Clubbing blows, headbutts, try to make it more of a brawl. And Zach's going to want to make this into a grappling match, I would think anyway.
Well, the thing about this deal, right here, this is what Sabre cannot do. Do not get in the wheelhouse and want to exchange strikes.
All I can think of is he's trying to draw Ishii into some other further gambit that he'd already worked out, because going toe-to-toe with Ishii, not a good idea for Zack Sabre Jr.
An astonished look on the face of young Zack Sabre Jr. at the power of Ishii. You can hear the impact. One punch, another knockdown. Well, it's a good thing there's not a mandatory 8 count. Or a 3 knockdown rule, Josh. That would not be healthy. I got a feeling that Sabre's going to go down again at some point.
I have no doubt about it. Oh, if only by his own hand, by doing something as unwise as headbutting Ishii. Dogs are scared to fight Ishii. He's so tough. I tell you what.
I can believe that.
He wears a spike bracelets on the inside out.
Uh-oh, here comes the material from Barnett now.
Trying to keep up, I'm trying.
Oh. There's got to be a method to the madness of the ultra-talented Zack Sabre Jr.
I just can't imagine that this is all for just trying to show that he can be as tough as Ishii, trying to play any sort of tit for tat with him.
Nice snap of the arm, trying to tear at the bicep, and now Zack Sabre Jr. is doing what I'm sure he was thinking about all along.
Zack Sabre Jr., as I would refer to as a scientific wrestler, using more of the elements of the Lancashire style.
Down. You talk to these young British guys and you find out that the world of sport in its heyday was so influential to their families and themselves, their careers, where they pick out a couple of guys there, whether it be a Marty Jones or Billy Robinson or somebody, and that's who they emulate to some degree.
Well, it'd be hard to blame them, right?
No, yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Zack Sabre Jr. here working a coil lock into a hip lock there, and a reverse toe hold potential on the end.
And the crowd here,
now going back the other way with it.
They're booing because they know that the submission could be near, and I don't think they want the match to win or Ishii to lose.
Yeah, that's the thing about going in the ring with a submission specialist, is anything he wraps you up in, locks you up in, that could be the end of it. Especially if you're out there in no man's land in the center of the ring here, unable to get to those ropes to get a break when you're really fully caught in something.
Sabre very intelligently continues to attack the joints of Ishii, the shoulder insertion, the elbow, the wrist. It's obvious hitting Ishii in the fleshy part of his body that protects. Don't really affect it.
Oh, Ishii defiantly spitting at Zack Sabre Jr. catching the leg now. Oh, and there's that headbutt.
The headbutt with another knockdown. And referee asking Sabre if he's okay, and I don't know if he was even able to answer that accurately. I can tell you by looking at him, he doesn't look okay. Sabre doesn't look well, Josh.
No, he looks like he's in some sort of a daze. Ishii is lining him up from the other corner.
Oh! It took Ishii a moment to get there, but when he did, he got there with a lot of fury. Nice reversal. Hard tackle by the stronger, thicker Ishii. Taking down Zack Sabre Jr. The winner goes to the finals of this first ever IWGP United States Heavyweight Tournament.
Yeah, once Ishii gets a head of steam going, it's like the boulder in Raiders of the Lost Ark. You best just get out of the way. Ishii's got him up there, up on top, but Zack Sabre Jr. getting the arm.
Sabre's got the hand and the fingers.
Got a modified double wrist lock there. Now going to the more traditional grip. Transitioning it to more of a high elevated position on the shoulder, reminiscent of Volkan.
Ishii with a palm strike right to the temple moments ago. And Sabre again looks, he looks almost nauseous with those headshots. That scares me.
Well, he's definitely wondering where he's at now.
Good God Almighty! You got to be.
No! Avalanche Styles got the roll up,
and somehow the young Brit is able to get out of this predicament, and the match continues.
What impact from that Avalanche style brainbuster, as they call it over in Japan, or superplex over here. High kick lands, another kick. Some striking offense from Zack Sabre Jr.
Northern Lights into a submission.
Oh, look at this, double wrist lock attempt. Now the razor lock on the elbow. That jumping Northern Lights set this all up.
It's all about the joint manipulation.
The catch-as-catch-can roots of professional wrestling being shown here.
Ishii in the ropes. Referee calls for an immediate break, and we get a clean one, which is refreshing to see occasionally.
Big burst of energy out of Zack Sabre Jr., though. Really feeling like if he can lock that arm up hard enough, he can get the tap out of Ishii. It takes a lot of energy, though, and when it doesn't yield the results that you want, it can be a little disheartening, but Zack Sabre Jr. going to the wrist and all fingers, using the head to help bend that elbow.
You can hear Ishii. He's not pleased. Look at this. Such innovation, uniqueness.
Oh, backdrop suplex.
Backdrop suplex on the man that is the current British heavyweight champion, Evolve champion, and TWG champion. Man, I wouldn't want to follow him through security at TSA.
It's a lot of metal to take through.
Oh, no kidding.
Well, he's looking to add another to that collection here in the IWGP US Heavyweight title, but he's got to get through Ishii to do so. Powerbomb pickup, transition from Zack Sabre back into the double wrist lock.
Ishii blocks. Ishii trying to counter.
Whoa, he's rolled through, he's on his neck.
Oh! Man, controlling Sabre Jr. is like trying to pour smoke through a keyhole. Good luck with that. Back to the arm. Well, this young man's a marksman.
Indeed. Oh, there's that vicious Ishii headbutt.
Difference maker. A bigger strike from a bigger, stronger man.
Plus, I mean, look at it. His head just basically built into his shoulders. Looking for that sliding lariat. Getting caught.
Sabre Jr. was waiting on Ishii. He's well prepared for the offense.
Oh, caught the leg. He caught the leg too.
Ishii may tap any second.
He's got the triangle wrapped around the neck and the arm on the far side, and he's attacking that right arm of Ishii.
Blood-curdling screams coming from Ishii. And Sabre, with everything he's got, trying to get the submission here.
No way for Ishii to get to the ropes either. So close, but yet still so far.
Sabre blocks. The crowd goes crazy. And Ishii's fighting for his life. And finally gets into the ropes.
What an expenditure of energy by both men. I know Zack Sabre Jr., when you're that close to getting the finish, you go to that last gear, you pour everything into it. Ishii having to dig very deep to find a way to get to that rope.
Zack Sabre Jr. must be thinking, what in the hell do I have to do?
Well, I think he needs to transition to a choke instead of a joint lock with Ishii. Ishii will just let it break. But he ain't gonna quit. He's still gonna keep fighting in here, just like Jay Lethal with them ribs. You gotta choke him out. You gotta choke him out, JR.
Cut off the blood supply to the brain through the carotid artery. That's what Josh is talking about. Unconsciousness then will occur. Even though Ishii doesn't really have a neck.
Nope.
Bless his heart. And if he hears this back, I really like his work.
I do too, but he is built just like Ram Man from Masters of the Universe. There ain't no doubt about that.
Sabre now back with the kicks. Keeping a little distance now. He didn't want to get in that wheelhouse again.
Well, and he's trying to get his breath back and some of his energy back from everything he threw into that, getting that submission finish that didn't pan out.
Hard shot to the left arm. And I don't know, it just pisses him off.
Just leaning into it.
Marty, how about that from downtown Tokyo? Now that would necessitate a standing 8 count.
That would. I mean, look at Zack Sabre Jr. right now.
There'll be no bad decisions in this combat genre. This ain't Argentina.
Jumping leg scissor into a double wrist lock attempt. Now he's getting the fingers.
Yeah, and got right back into the double wrist lock.
Wrapped up. Oh, Ishii counters, gets out of it. Eats a European uppercut, misses with the enziguri.
A swing and a miss.
Penalty kick.
But no piss. No Zack Sabre Jr. And what impact by Ishii.
Up he goes. Vertical drop brainbuster.
Brainbuster scores. Will it be enough? There's a cover. Nearly gets hooked. And they can win.
Ishii gets wrenched. Left, right, east, west, north, south. That arm practically dislocated, but still manages to put it together, nail that vertical drop brainbuster, and move along into the finals to meet Kenny Omega for the first ever IWGP US Heavyweight title.
Here's another look at the brainbuster. Snapping the neck, dropping the head, and Ishii in his own inimitable style. The world's most angry appliance. Look at him. How can he not appreciate the game of Tomohiro Ishii?
This refrigerator isn't running, it's fuming. It's just sitting there, just pissed off in a corner, making all your vegetables rot.
He's rubbing that arm. We hope that will not be a factor, but hey, look. Kenny Omega's going to be wrestling his second match tonight as well. A hot night tonight in Long Beach. So we know our finals now for the United States tournament. It should be a hell of a showdown. Restaurant quality main event tonight. Well, Josh, are you ready for a 10-man tag team match?
Well, it doesn't matter if I am or I'm not. It's coming. It's coming.
Well, it's star-studded, ladies and gentlemen. Los Ingobernales will try to win a big one right here tonight on Access TV. Hey, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Gosh, it just felt like we just only been away for a few seconds.
Just a blink, man.
I'm loving it.
Just a hiccup.
I'm having a blast tonight. Josh looks good. My wingman.
Not bad. I did my hair tonight.
Did good.
Styled my beard.
Styling and profiling. Well, folks, we'll do our best here. We may not make all of you happy, but there are 10 men in this match. They all got to get their offense in, Josh.
This is true.
So it's like the NBA All-Star game. I use this analogy over the weekend. There'll be no defense and a lot of scoring.
Second one fall.
Looking at